What's up, Hoopers? Man, them Lakers are now 2 straight wins with a big-time shot by our boy, Matt Ryan. How many times on this channel have I talked about Mr. Matt Ryan, Mr. Steady Shooter, Mr. Three-Point Clutch? I wanted him to get more minutes because if you watch him do the one thing, it's always stay ready. As they shoot progressively worse and worse this season, it seems, Matt Ryan stays ready. We're going to break down some of the reasons I do actually feel like the Lakers can pull out of this slump. They're down 2-5 on the season, but the shooting's starting to progress better. And once we analyze these shot charts and exactly some of these statistics and the increasing shooting percentages, we can give a true depiction of what the Lakers season is going to look like. But man, oh man, let's take a look at that shot real quick. Come on, editor, throw up Matt Ryan's game-tying three-point shot.
It's to Ryan.
Now, as we can see here, the Lakers are shooting 43%. Well, that's all together from the field and everywhere. But from the three-point line, 26.7%. Now, in the last decade, ever since these statistics of wide-open three-point shots have been tracked, this is the lowest percentage. These are the lowest shooting percentages ever. The only team worse was the Oklahoma City team with Russell Westbrook, where they shot 30%. That's still almost 4% better than what the Lakers are doing this season. So to be on a historically low offensive team and to be 2-5 with some big wins, and they should have won over Portland, it's really not as bad as I believe we are going to see. Now, Russell Westbrook coming off the bench has been a big positive for the Lakers, but even in that season where the Oklahoma City shot just 30% from wide open three-pointers, Russell Westbrook had his best freaking season at 38% behind the arc. I would love to see him shoot that this year. But I just got to bring something up to you guys. My goodness here. This season, in just through 7 games, but still, it's pretty good sample size. 29th in points per game. 29th in field goal percentage. 29th in transition points per 100 possessions. This is something that I had terribly wrong. I like to admit when I am not right, and I thought that their offense, that really leaned heavily on the fast break was superior. They were getting up and down the floor. They were getting a lot of easy buckets, and it really came from a lot of their defense. Now, they have incredible defensive statistics, but that one kind of shocked me. They are 28th in above the break three-point percentage, so up top. So now if we hop back over and we look at the shot chart this season, they really, which is unfortunate, are shooting terribly from the corners. These are usually where you're supposed to shoot at least 40%. We're 18.9% from this corner, but above the fold is where we are shooting the best percentages as Lakers, 30 and 33%. And yeah, that's still 28th worst in the entire league. They are also 30th in corner three-point percentage, 30th in overall three-point percentage, and 30th in offensive rating. I think it's time to go down to O'Reilly and get somebody from behind the checkout stand because nobody on this Lakers team seems to be shooting it, and those are atrocious numbers. Now, up until the last 2 wins, they were sub 20% from behind the arc. In just the last 2 games, they've been able to increase it a little bit up to a total of about 26% from behind the arc. But what we're going to break down next is how many open shots they're getting, how they're knocking these things down, and what they can see as a progression throughout the season to see if they can correct this. Now, I found this article from The Ringer, and they did some incredible backleg work here to find this out. But look at the worst NBA offenses relative to the league average. This really breaks down, the points below the average and what their record ended up being. So you end up having the 2003 Nuggets were 1765. So all of these teams, the 2012 Bobcats were 7-59. Well, the one thing you notice is on the right-hand column there, anywhere from 11.4 points to 9.2 points on average. And if we go over and look at this data that they put together, it's not good because right here, according to this, the Lakers offense is scoring 11.5 points fewer than any or per 100 possessions than any other team in the league. So that is more than these 2003 Nuggets, which had the worst right there with a 17-win record. So 18 to 19 wins is the most wins being that low below average. Now, with such atrocious shooting levels, is this something that the Lakers can dig out? I think so, and here's why. 2 Chainz So according to this right here, they have an excellent shot profile. Now I'm going to go through some of this just to give you guys a little hope. Again, I want to give the Ringer some credit. This is a really cool article, but this new season, I like to look at a team's process more than its results. The former is more under a team's control. The latter is subject to all sorts of small sample flukes. According to the Second Spectrum's shot quality model, which estimates the expected effective field goal percentage of every shot based on factors like location and defender distance, which who's had the most distance this season? The freaking Lakers, because they're literally daring them to shoot. The Lakers have the best shot profile in the league. So right here, when they do the expected field goal percentage, the Lakers are collectively underperforming by 8.2 percentage points, even after accounting for the fact that their shooters are bad. No other team is worse than 3.6 percentage points below expectations. So the Lakers have started historically low, but as you've started to see, there's some major changes with the Lakers as of lately. And it starts with the confidence. These Laker players are starting to get more confident, and they're starting to drown out the media noise a little bit more, and they're just shooting. One thing that we really saw those first 4 or 5 games is that you could see physically in these minds of these basketball players on the Lakers, they were so scared to shoot. We were relying on Lonnie Walker to jack it up 4, 5, 6 times a game. That's not what we need. We need these players stepping in, getting right into rhythm and shooting. Now, this is why I loved having a guy like Matt Ryan. The reason is, coming from a hooper's perspective, I did not have this gene. Just like a Russell Westbrook, just like a LeBron, I'm not saying I'm these players. I played with that mentality. I had a great physical gift to jump really high and run really fast. And as long as I got you to my shoulder, I was going in and I was finishing or distributing the ball. So when people dared me to shoot on the three-point line, it wasn't something I was comfortable with. So I see it in these players. But a guy like Matt Ryan, I played with a couple dudes like this in college who literally, as soon as they touch the ball, they can catch that ball up by their head and release it and shoot it. They don't even have to get in perfect rhythm. But the first thing they're thinking about is shooting that ball. Cole Swider does this very well. Matt Ryan does this very well. These are guys who can both average over 40, 41, 42% from behind the arc. So we just got to get them shots. Now, Matt Ryan's defense is suspect at the least, but the thing that you have to realize is there's been players like Mike Miller, like Kyle Korver, who've made long careers just being catch and shoot type players. It's the same thing that Matt Ryan can do. Now, the second aspect of this is they are bound to make more wide open shots. They're obviously getting those wide open shots because everybody's letting them shoot. The Lakers' greatest issues have come from long distance, as they have the worst three-point percentage of any team in the 21st century. That is bad. That's not going to continue to say, it went full well with the Lakers' lack of marksmen. Yet through 6 games, the Lakers have made just 26% of their wide open three-pointers, when the closest defender is with at least 6 feet away. Over the past decade, which is far back from the NBA Advanced Stats track, this is the worst team on wide open threes since 2016-2017 Thunder. Now, here's the crazy part. Russell Westbrook, he made 38% of his wide open threes that season. That's when he won MVP. So it really wasn't his fault. And this is why I feel like the Lakers have a great chance to continue to rip off a couple wins and try and get into that playoff race. Now, the main reason they're missing shots right now, again, it's all up here in the psyche. If you've never played hoops and you have that kind of animosity or that kind of noise in the media, you just don't understand. You literally have a split second to shoot that ball, and if you're even thinking about making it or missing it, you're going to miss that, homie. And it is apparent as day that that is exactly what was happening with these Lakers shooters. And that's why I also said that loss to Portland at the end of the game was huge. I shot a video and I just said this is going to be a chemistry killer right here. And you saw him go on a couple game slide. When you put in that defensive effort and you continue to lose and lose and lose, how many times have I talked about this, homies? It just starts to wear on you. But to Darvin Ham's credit and to the Lakers' credit, they have stuck together just like glue, and they have started to shoot the ball better, and they have started to win some big games. And watching your boy Matt Ryan hit the buzzer beater to tie the game really solidified some of the chemistry for the Lakers. And now it's time to go on a win streak. But here's another chart that they did that brings up more information on if they can improve during the season. So looking at this chart at Lakers wide open three-pointers versus the expectations. So running all the data, the analytics, what the numbers truly say is you've got guys like Russell Westbrook right here shooting 15 attempts. He's expected to make 5 of those, right? Do quick math, that's 33%. Right now, he's actually making 2 per 15. So that's a 3-point difference right there. Not 3 points, that's 9-point difference. But that is a huge difference. If he can get to just his real average of making open 3-pointers of 32 to 33%, you got an extra 9 points per game. How many games have the Lakers lost by itty-bitty margins? And it goes down the list, just like Lonnie Walker, just like Pat Bev, Juan Toscano, Kendrick Nunn. Another guy I was super high on right here, Kendrick Nunn. You're going to see it. Matt Ryan, some of these guys are going the opposite way, but Matt Ryan's only attempted 3 and knocked down 2 actual makes. And this is not including last night. So, some of these numbers are a little bit higher. But there's so much more room for improvement. These are what they're actually expected to make. And look at the majority of them, except for 3, are supposed to make more than they actually are, based on statistical and past data and relevancy to their shooting percentages. Now, again, if we go back here and we look, we're at an average of 26.7%. Just last year alone, where they were not really a good shooting team, they shot 34.7%. Now, just looking at those two differences, that's an 8% difference with an average of about 43-point attempts a game. You're talking at anywhere from 3.5 extra made 3-pointers per game. So you're talking anywhere from 9 to 12 extra points per game. And again, they've lost a lot of really close games. And I'm here to tell you right now that not only if they make a couple more of those do they win the games because they're losing by a small margin, it's going to continue to help the psychology of these players to make more. They can shoot above this percentage, but right now they're all so scared to shoot it because they don't want to get just blown up in the media. That is really why this percentage is lower. So you go in just like the last 2 games and you just shoot it confidently. To be honest, I'm loving watching Russell Westbrook just stand up there and say, screw it, you going to give me this? I'll shoot it. He looks way more confident that way than when he's like kind of thinking about his shot. But it's not a guy I want shooting 5-6 a game. This team's going to continue to shoot better and better. The numbers prove it. And you just can't continue to historically be 29th, 30th in the entire NBA and rip off some wins. So they've got the defensive hustle. If they can increase this shooting percentage by just 6, 8, 10%, you're going to see these Lakers win a lot more games. Now it's time for you to vote down below. Is this Lakers team going to finish with just 15 to 20 wins, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, or 40 plus wins? Last season in the Western Division, if you won just under 50% of your games, so about 38 to 40, you were not even a playoff team. So if they can get into that 40 win, 50-50 season, this could actually get them out of the play-in game and be an actual playoff contender. So how many wins are the Lakers going to get this year, and how much better can the shooting get? Comment down below, and make sure right now, if you love the NBA White Guy videos, to hit that like button. It's the only thing that helps my videos out. And until my next video, homies, we'll catch you later.